Freddy Jay. I am a singer-songwriter, composer, actor, model, and arranger. Definitely, I feel like there was a lot of testing, a lot of experimenting to figure out like what I wanted to portray or how I wanted to, to showcase myself as an artist with my sound. And I feel like it changes a lot. Art's always evolving, which I think is the beautiful thing about just music and life in general, is that things kind of change and evolve, and there's nothing wrong with that, so I definitely like the fact that I feel like I'm still like learning, I'm still experimenting with things, and it's exciting to be able to like do a project and for people to either relate to it or they like the sound that you're going with, because a lot of us as artists, we give our heart with the project, so it's like, hey, here it is, this is what I created, what do you think of it, which can be very vulnerable, but being authentic, being vulnerable in whatever you do is a beautiful thing, On stage, I feel like the energy on stage is different, I feel like it's unmatched to a lot of things. Studio's fun, and it's cool to create that process, but to get on stage and to showcase the real, right? A lot of times as an artist, you can be behind a microphone in the studio and record a finished product, but when you do something live, that is you, there's nothing that you can hide behind. That's all you doing everything, which I find it very beautiful, and just the connection that you have with like your fans or the audience is really amazing too. A little bit of identity, right? Trying to figure out what your sound is, or how do you categorize yourself? A lot of times artists can say, oh, you do this genre of music or you do this genre of music, but when you kind of float in between like most of the genres that are out there, it's kind of hard for you to pinpoint what it is. So at times you can feel like, oh, maybe I'm doing it all wrong. Maybe I should just stick to just R&B or just stick to rock. But, again, music's always evolving. We have new artists coming out every day that are pushing the envelope with sound to make something unique. Or they're blending different genres of music to make it really cool, to fit what they want to do. So I think that was a big part of it. But honestly, that can set you back from creating if you're like, oh, I don't know what to create, or I don't think I'm creating the right thing. I'm not creating what people want to hear or want to see, so maybe I should just figure what that is, But honestly, just creating it, it's going to fall upon the right audience that needs to hear it. But if you're hiding your message behind the fact that people might not like what you are or who you are, you're not being real to yourself. And, as an artist, can you really say that you've given your best work if you're not even showing your best self? It's not really based on accomplishments, but it's more of like the people who hear my music. I feel like if someone is listening to a song and I had, someone that came up to me at my show and said, hey, I really feel like your heart and soul behind the music. I feel like either the struggle behind it or the love behind it. And that's what I like, because I want my music to be impactful in an untangible way, right? I want it to affect people. I mean, of course, receiving an award and being acknowledged for what you do is beautiful, but like really changing someone's life in a positive way is like what I look for, because that's a connection that you really can't buy or you really can't receive monetarily, Definitely being okay with who you are and just showcasing yourself. I think just, some of us might suffer from either imposter syndrome or suffer from like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe my art's not what it is. But just being able to show your true self in whatever avenue that's in is probably the most authentic thing or most beautiful thing that you can do. It's not really about who likes it or who doesn't. You're just doing your thing based off of what you actually want to do. So having that creative freedom to say, I'm just going to create this, and the right audience is going to hear it or see it or view it, that's really the most, it's tough. It's not an easy thing to do. It's a challenge to constantly say, you know what, I'm okay, I'm enough. Let me go ahead and push my art to let people know that I'm okay and I'm enough too, But I would have to say that's probably the biggest thing, is being just genuine to who you are as an artist. Wow, that is crazy. Let me see. If my sound had a spirit animal, I don't know if it would be an animal, but I feel like it would be more of an element, if that's cool. Yeah, I feel like if my music was any type of element, it would probably be water, because it just flows, And A lot of times water gets into like crevices and cracks and different things, you know, and water brings about life. So I hope that when people listen to the music or they see it, they see the beauty of the ocean, or they see, or they feel, or they can experience life, you know, they're nourished. So yeah, but definitely spirit animal. I don't know. That's a, yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Let me, yeah, I'll think. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for like having me and being here. It's been a privilege, and definitely grateful. Yeah.